Friday night duels on the ACC Network Extra. We're here in Raleigh, North Carolina's 8th-ranked NC State faces off against the Virginia Cavaliers. It's Military Appreciation Night here at Reynolds Coliseum. And we welcome you, Matt Side, everybody. Lights out here at Reynolds. I'm Andrew Sanders, along with the All-American Pete Renda. So glad you could join us tonight as well. It's a big-time ACC matchup, Pete. There's no doubt about it. But here in the middle of February now, we're getting deep into the season. These guys are starting to get dialed in.
Yeah, for sure. It's about 2 months out from the NCAA tournament, and guys are really looking to get those last couple tweaks in and get prepared for NCAAs.
And I'll tell you what, we looked dialed in last week at 133 pounds. Marlon Yarborough for Virginia. He was absolutely electric in his win over Sam Latona. He set the tone right away and won by major decision.
Yes, 133. Super excited to see Yarborough and Kyorini duke it out.
That is one of the bouts that we're looking forward to tonight for sure. Yarborough has had a number of bonus point wins this year. On the other side, speaking of bonus points, maybe the most dominant wrestler in college wrestling. He's averaging almost 5 points per duel, Trent Hidley.
Yeah, Trent is just a force to be reckoned with this year, up at 197. We'll see if anyone can stop that underhook.
Hidley leading the way for NC State, coming off a tech ball win over Max Shaw. We'll start at 157 pounds next. And we welcome you back to Raleigh. We're going to start at 157 pounds. Here's a look at the first 5 matches. And Pete, I know we both have circled 174. Justin McCoy against Alex Faison. That is one to watch. And of course, Hidley going at 97 against Christian Kinsey of Virginia. But we start at 157. This is an intriguing match. Ed Scott looking to bounce back after a loss last week. Meanwhile, Nick Sanko filling big shoes as Dylan Cedeno out for UVA in a year in which the Hoos have had a number of injuries. Both guys will be motivated in this one. Scott ranked 12th in the country, coming off a sudden victory loss. And so Coach Popolizio said this is a big one for him.
Yeah, this is definitely, from what Coach Pop said, is Ed Scott's had a really great sophomore year, and he's looking to get a little bit more consistent this year. Definitely has the talent. Seen some really great matches, some really high-flying moves he's got, and then looking to hone in on that consistency a little bit.
Sanko, a sophomore from Rochester, New York. Cedeno with a lower body injury he suffered against Virginia Tech. So Sanko into the lineup. He was a New York State runner-up in high school.
And watch here. Here's Scott is really dangerous from these front headlock positions. So you can see he's already looking for that chin and looking for potential feet to back move here.
He is known for the big move. We're going to get to his offense here. You got a good crowd on hand tonight in Reynolds Coliseum, and when you open up the duel, you're looking to bring that energy.
Yeah, definitely. All these dual meets ride a lot off the momentum that guys can pick up. So always nice to start off with a win for your team.
And a stalemate. Scott, All-American. Looking to do it again this year. Trying to circle. Sanko able to defend that. On a couple minutes here in the first.
Really aware by Sanko there, not being too anxious to get off his knees and recover from that front headlock position. Looks like he's aware that Ed Scott is pretty dangerous from this position. Ed Scott doing a great job working that front headlock.
How you defend that if you're Sanko?
Yeah, I think it's about being cautious, getting wrist control, and slowly working back up to your feet. Ed Scott looks like he's working for a cement mixer there, so he's looking to control that chin and far wrist like he's got right now, or working towards right now.
And another stalemate. Virginia at one time had 70% of its lineup, had 7 wrestlers out with injury. They've been banged up all year. It is tough to go through the season like that. What it has done, though, is gotten some guys some confidence and maybe some experience that they wouldn't have necessarily gotten. And this opportunity for Senko, road environment, going up against a ranked guy in Ed Scott. And he defends well in the first period. Took a couple of half shots there, and now we'll see how he is on top.
Yeah, he's hanging in there great. And, you know, anytime you get a chance to wrestle a ranked wrestler like Ed Scott, you got nothing to lose, right? So he can go out there and wrestle free and try to open things up a little bit.
First point of the bout goes to Scott on the escape. So he gets out pretty quickly.
Nice snap from Scott back to that front headlock. Close to a takedown.
Trying to step over. And Senko has that left leg.
And here's where Scott does not want to let this go to a stalemate. He wants to work here. He's got 90% of this takedown, and it looks like he might have it.
And there is the 3. Well, he had to work hard for it, and eventually got there. Almost got a tilt on top.
Yeah, Senko did not give that up easy, but great work to Scott, looking to go feet to back there. Ed Scott has done a great job on top. He's does a great job keeping forward pressure here and has a number of attacks on top.
No swipes yet. Just a quick check of the clock from Scott. Sees he's got short time. So the duel's first takedown belongs to Ed Scott. What do you see here, Pete?
Yeah, he did a great job. He was really sticking with that front headlock. Was there a time or two, and third time's a charm.
And riding time up over a minute now.
Scott doing a great job sitting back on that ankle, creating a lot of pressure, and there's a tilt.
Couple swipes, 3, now 4. I was just about to ask you, you know, with the 3-point takedown, sometimes you get that riding time point, you're up 5, you're starting to think, do you cut him or not? No, you just go and get back points.
Yeah, with a 4-point near fall, I mean, Scott's got a nice 9-point lead here, and the tides can really change quickly and run up the score looking for tech fall and major decision here.
There's the escape for Senko. Who has a twin brother. His name's Ryan. You'll find twins are a common theme for Virginia. And it seems like in wrestling in general, it's got to be great to have somebody, you know, almost a mirror image, right?
Yeah,
going up against you every day growing up.
NC State's got a fair number of brothers as well.
Right. 30 seconds remain. Just on the edge of the mat. Both guys seem kind of comfortable there. Again, Scott right now with the ride time point, which is long since locked up. He's in 8-point advantage.
Scott doing a great job just keeping his composure in this position. A little scramble position here at the end of the match.
So Ed Scott sets the tone for NC State, and I think the response he was looking for after last week.
Yeah, I would be happy with that.
This was the near fall that helped him earn a major decision. So we move along to 165. This is an intriguing matchup as well. Nick Hamilton, see 8 bonus point wins. Derek Fields ranked in the top 15. And this is a match that Virginia is very interested in. See how Hamilton can stack up against Fields, who's had a nice breakout year. Hamilton coming off a narrow loss to Connor Brady, who's ranked 23rd. Fields got a major over Estrada of North Carolina last week, moving into the starting lineup this season. NC State ranked at all 10 spots.
Beautiful sweep single, 15 seconds into the bout here. Fields looking to elevate this foot here.
Well, he gets the takedown. He almost had a little more. Fields got to the 3rd place bout a couple years ago. E20 World Team Trials, 8th at the U.S. Open in freestyle. Well, he had the leg and really just seemed like in control, not in a rush, went at his pace.
Yeah, went for that cradle and wound up getting the takedown.
Fields already 2-0 in ACC competition. Escape from Hamilton. It's an NC State team that's trying to peak at the right time. They've been dominant in duels over the years. Certainly some teams you were a part of as well, a big part of that. And
yeah, the consistency. The consistency in the dual meet season going back 6 or 7 years now has been really impressive from Coach Pop and the staff. And yeah, like you said, they're looking to hit it hard in season and start peaking towards ACCs and NCAAs.
Of course, you can be dominant in duels with what we were just talking about, where if you have a ranked wrestler at every weight, right, you have that kind of depth, and even within the weight class. Multiple options in the weight class as Fields does finish. A little dangerous there from Hamilton, on his back for a split second.
Hamilton's doing a great job getting to his short sit position, and Fields on top, maintaining control, looking to bump him to his side here, and and really get him off his butt here.
Right time, already over a minute. Couple of takedowns for Fields here in the first. They go out of bounds and just a couple seconds left. Pete, your impressions of the first period?
Great first period. Derek Fields, really impressive, the offense and the level of the pace that he's bringing to this match.
There's Coach Garland in his 18th season at Virginia. Incredible coach, great personality. You can see why he recruits so well. Just has so much energy and passion for the sport and for his guys.
Yeah. Heard that a lot in his interview this week, how much he cares about the guys and creating such a great culture at UVA.
And being an alum as well, and he's humble about it. He said, hey, look, the ACC is a lot tougher than when I won the ACC championship. Don't let him fool you, okay? He was an outstanding wrestler and has done a great job at UVA. Again, a season in which they've had injuries mount, been young in some spots, but very talented. And those can be some of the most rewarding. I know you've taken up coaching a little bit. That can be rewarding, right?
Yeah, certainly seeing your guys succeed. What I really loved hearing Coach Garland say was one of his guys getting a little banged up in a match earlier last week, and he gave grace to the other wrestler that caused the injury, and was just really great to hear that.
Fields another takedown. Again, Hamilton, just a sophomore, red-shirted last year, won a couple opens, won the Southeast Open, the Mountaineer Invitational. And again, 8 bonus point wins this year. But Fields so far has had the better of him.
Hamilton doing a great job. Nice defense there to that attack, and looks like he gets a takedown of his own.
Yeah, he gets the first takedown for UVA, and it comes late in the period. And Coach Garland gave him 2 thumbs up. I mean, you got to love that, right? Late period scoring, of course, is always so crucial. There's the head coach of the Wolfpack, Pat Papalizio. And a look at his resume, and we can make that graphic probably twice as big. He has been incredible at NC State, really building this program. You were a guy that committed pretty early to him. What was it about Coach Papalizio and his vision that made you want to come here and wrestle?
Yeah, I mean, he's for the NC State fans and maybe some fans that don't know, he's been super successful pre-NC State. So at Binghamton, was able to turn that program around, and just a great leader. You know, he builds up the people around him, and obviously it's worked out here too.
So Hamilton got the late takedown in the second. We go under 90 seconds to go. The escape, and he cuts it to 4. And that's one thing about the 3-point takedown now, is that guys, on the one hand, sometimes you're thinking about a major, and the guy on the other side of you he's not thinking about a major. He's thinking, I could come back and win this.
Yeah, certainly. We've seen it in this match. Fields was up by 8 points, I think, and we're down to a 4-point margin, 5 points with the hiding time.
And he's in on a shot again. And a stall warning assessed to Fields. And this match has turned a bit.
Yeah, certainly. We still got a minute left, and certainly enough time to make up the difference here.
Anything specific that stood out to you?
Yeah, I see Hamilton's pace right now.
Yeah.
He's definitely the aggressor in this past minute, and you know he's definitely putting Fields on the ropes here a little bit.
He's in on another shot. Again, Fields has the ride time point, so it's effectively a 5-point advantage.
And here's where Hamilton does not want to waste a lot of time on the edge of the mat. Fields doing a great job with his mat awareness. Knows he can get out of bounds likely if it comes down to it.
And he knows that even if he does get hit for a stall and gives up the takedown, he's still in front.
Right.
Yeah. Always so impressed with you guys and just situational awareness. When you're almost 7 minutes in, you got to be tired, right?
Yeah.
There is a stall given to Fields. So it's 10-7, but remember the ride point time is there, so 11-7. Boy, that late takedown in the second period really seemed to spring Hamilton forward. It is Fields who takes the win by decision.
Great wrestling by both guys in this match, and you know, Fields really dominant first period helped him secure the victory here.
So NC State off to a 7-0 team start. Ed Scott got it started, and Derek Fields picks up the decision.
And here's Ed Scott with that tilt to help him secure the.
Coming up next, McCoy and Faison. You'll see Dylan Fish back as well. '21st meeting NC State and Virginia since '99. Wolfpack has won 9 consecutive, including 34-4 in Charlottesville last year. Of course, during that stretch, you know, NC State's been top 10 for the most part as one of the powerhouses in college wrestling. UVA trying to win here for the first time in over a decade. We move on to 174, and this is the one that we had circled going in. Justin McCoy, Alex Faison. McCoy, grad student from New Paris, Pennsylvania, 6th-year guy. Faison as well, a couple of veterans. This could be very big for seeding in ACCs. And this is an absolutely stacked weight class.
Both guys engaging early on here, and Faison looks like he's looking for that underhook.
Both guys coming off a loss. McCoy, it was 2-0 to Mekhi Lewis. Escape and a ride time point. So he battled the former national champ tough last week. Faison lost in sudden victory to Tyler Ishins, who's ranked 23rd. Obviously, that bout could have gone either way. Coach Papalizio saying, you know, for the most part, our guys have kind of taken care of business. He said, I want to see someone get a quote-unquote upset, right? You look at the numbers, McCoy is higher ranked, and so this is a big match for him to really show something here in the ACC. And for McCoy, he's the leader for Virginia, right? He's got a lot on his shoulders trying to get them on the board here.
Yeah, definitely McCoy. You know, you don't want to go out there and feel the pressure like you have to put the team on your back, but he is their highest ranked wrestler and would definitely be big to get the momentum going in Virginia's favor here.
NCAA qualifier for the 4th straight year, and with the single, moving up a weight class.
Great defense there by Faison, going to those double overhooks. Looked like it was a little bit of a threat to McCoy, and enough for him to back out of that single.
It is Military Appreciation Night here at Reynolds Coliseum, and Faison, one of several members of NC State, taking part in ROTC. And go on to a career in the military after he's done wrestling. Reshot from Faison.
Back in this front headlock position, Faison doing a great job moving his opponent here.
So no scoring in the first period. Faison, Isaac Trumbull, who a couple years ago was sworn in on a military appreciation night. And Owen Treffin, you'll see him later at heavyweight. And he's got something special going on at the end of the night as well.
Nice mat return by Faison, and in these close matches, riding time can be a super important factor. So a tough ride here is very important for Faison.
Trying to mat return him for a third time. He's got to work his way up. And there's the stall warning. We get 5 seconds. Never did work his way up off that ankle.
That's right.
But in this case, that's a trade-off you take because he gets the reset.
Yep. Yeah. Absolutely. Looks like he wants to stay on top, and you know, giving up that stall call, as long as he keeps working the rest of this match, is not going to cost him any points.
And as you said, ride time can be very important. He's at 43 seconds right now. And a caution here.
Big mat return there.
And McCoy knows the situation. He was up to his feet quickly. Here he is again. And Faison returns him again. Sticks with him through the roll. We got a locked hands call here. And so 1 point awarded. He is up over a minute of ride time at 1:01, but with that, McCoy scores as well with the locked hands. And now it's McCoy. We'll see this on Sunday. They call that a false start. I think right now I'm just checking the clock and making sure that they have everything squared away. Faison, boy, I've lost count of the number of mat returns, but eventually McCoy sticks with it, and he does get out.
Those mat returns are not easy, so that's definitely taking a lot out of Faison here. Great time picking up that riding time point.
But McCoy, of course, the locked hands, and then the escape. 2-0 for now, effectively 2-1. And we'll head to the third. Still looking for a takedown in this one.
Super evenly matched on our feet so far. They've both wrestlers have been really engaging in those collar ties, and haven't seen a whole lot of offense out of either wrestler here tonight.
Well, he said how stacked this weight class is. Of course, Mekhi Lewis, defending national champ, or the former national champ, I should say. And then McCoy, who's the defending ACC champ at 165. He moves into the weight class. And we get a chance to see McCoy on top for the first time. And that McCoy was able to do at least what he set out to do initially, which is erase the ride time point. He's done that. And he's looking for a long ride here.
Yeah, it looks like he's got Fajan's wrist on his back. Really tough ride. Really, really hard to get out of this ride right here.
And another stall. So that is the point to McCoy. Make it 3-0. You mentioned with all those mat returns how exhausting that is to pick up a guy who's 174 and return him over and over again. So Fajan now needs not just the escape, but a takedown to boot. And that's a stall warning for McCoy, his first. Coach Garland tells you, hey, you're fine. Coach Garland said, you know, McCoy, that leader on the team, his teammates love him. They gravitate towards him. Part of the move up to 174 is just he's been dealing with injuries throughout his career. Thought his body would hold up a little easier, and also really good student aiming for a 4.0.
Really impressive to do all that and be ranked 14th in the country.
Yeah,
I will tell you that.
Yeah, he's going for. It's just a little easier if you don't have to do quite as much cardio during the week.
Yeah.
So a nice win for McCoy, who goes Wolfpack sign down.
Like a little friendly trash talk here.
ACC rivalry. And a strong performance for McCoy. Tomorrow on the ACC Network, we have two featured season opener matchups for lacrosse, starting with the men's game, Michigan, Virginia at noon Eastern. Then for the women, it's Davidson and Clemson. Starts Saturday at noon, ACC Network or the ESPN app. All right, 3 bouts in the books so far. Dylan Fishback, top 10. He has gone up against pretty much a who's who of this weight class. He is battle tested coming into tonight. Ethan Weatherspoon, not who we were maybe thinking that we would see a few hours ago. Coach Garland said, you know, it might go with Weatherspoon, but 184 was really a toss-up. Had a few oars, you know, three different guys. Weatherspoon was not one of the trio, but we found a couple of hours ago, you know, weighed in, and he's dropping down from 197 here to 184. His first ACC duel this season, and he gets Fishback. Now, he is a fifth-year guy, so he's got some experience. Just 4-2 on this season. Fishback coming off a major decision victory over a ranked wrestler. That was Gavin Kane last week. He was ranked 21st. That's a guy they're really excited about.
Yeah, this is, I love watching Fishback wrestle. Does not wait to get the match going. He's got a high pace, and he definitely likes to keep scoring throughout the match.
Weatherspoon a little more experienced last year. Got 20 matches in, went 6-14. Tough test. Out of bounds. But hey, anytime you end up on top, man, I don't know, does that give you a little confidence?
Yeah, that was a really nice Russian tie he had there, and really just controlling the mat, controlling the center of the mat. And you know, it looked like he had Fishback on his heels, and that was a nice exchange there.
Fishback ranked as high as number 8, that in the NWCA poll. Finished 7th at Cliff Keen this year, former top 5 recruit nationally. Fishback getting a few words of advice from Coach Popolizio, from Kevin Jack. You're coaching him here. What are you telling him?
Yeah, you know, Weatherspoon's got a bit of a reach advantage on him, so he was right on the edge of the mat. It looked like Weatherspoon wanted that seatbelt position, and you know, I think Fishback tries to close the distance a little bit and use his strength here.
Ooh, Weatherspoon again on the edge of the mat. Coach Garland can't believe it. He can't find the brick fast enough. Well, he's got it in his hand, but he hasn't thrown it yet. You see anything on that replay?
It looked like they did go out of bounds if I had to make the call, but, you know, it's a little surprised they didn't review that on their own.
Stall warning to Fishback. See, Weatherspoon's tall guy, and his size right now seems to be causing some issues.
Yeah, he's doing a great job just keeping his composure here and striking when he sees the opportunity.
And there's a stall warning to Weatherspoon. So both guys have been hit for the warning.
These are the matches that are really fun to me when you get two different styles going up against each other. Fishback a little bit more motion and in and out, and Weatherspoon just real methodical, going for those Russian ties, trying to tie up those wrists.
Fishback with a shot. Got to finish quick. Well, that has to be a pretty confidence and inspiring first period. A lot of that first period was really on the periphery.
Yeah. I mean, both guys taking turns at controlling the center of the mat there.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
You know, this is right now. This is anyone's match, I think. And if I'm Weatherspoon, I'm feeling good coming out of that first period. Fish back up to his feet, and he'll get the escape in under 5 seconds. See Weatherspoon really not pushing the engagement. It looks like he's very comfortable from wrestling from space here. With that length advantage, a lot of times guys prefer to wrestle from space and kind of strike in opportune times here.
What's the key when you're going against a guy that has quite a reach advantage on you?
Yeah, so I was always coached to take away that reach advantage. So anytime you can get to the body, get to underhooks, and just kind of close that distance, you take away their reach and their length.
So you want to close that distance, I would imagine, without being sloppy.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the
controlled.
You got to close it, but you can't. It's not as simple as just walking in there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Weatherspoon forcing Fishback to do a lot of the motion here.
Second period comes to a close. Just the escape from Fishback, although most of that period was spent in neutral. Look at 184 pounds. Heller already defeated Fishback. You got Howard, you got Kane. Fishback coming off a win over Kane last week. And now Weatherspoon trying to take advantage.
Nice shot from space here. Can he finish it?
And they give the stall to Red. That's Fishback. And remember, that's the second. So he is now even at one apiece.
There's that inside reach single from Fishback again. He likes that shot.
Got the headlock here. And he was finally able to close that distance you're talking about.
Yep, yeah, as soon as he got to that front headlock and took that reach advantage away, the takedown came not too long after that. Smart here, leaving 1 foot inbounds. Eating away at that clock.
And the home crowd here, they want to stall. And Coach Popolizio, I think, thinking the same thing. In your mind, similar situation to what we saw when Fishback picked up the stall?
Yeah, very similar. Yep, yeah. Saw Weatherspoon look for the edge of the mat there, and seems like it'd be fair to give him a stall call as well.
Now, if you're Fishback in that situation, right, when he's got the leg, is that a trade-off you're maybe willing to take? You say, hey, worst case, might not get called. Even if it does get called, I'd rather give up 1 than 3.
No, that's a tough decision because in Weatherspoon's case, that alleviated the pressure. He does not have to go and chase Fishback for a takedown at that point. At the worst, it's tied and it goes to overtime. First, when you're down a point, you got to start chasing the guy. Sometimes guys tend to get sloppy and then open themselves up for a takedown for Fishback.
See, ride time up over a minute now, padding the Fishback lead. And the third period takedown, the difference in this one. Fishback wins by decision. Well, we got a good one at 174 and at 184.
Yeah, that was exciting. I am really impressed with both wrestlers, but to see Weatherspoon for the first time this season was fun.
Third period, Fishback, the difference. Don't go anywhere. Kinsey against Hidley up next. One more to go before intermission. NC State leading Virginia 10-3. Justin McCoy supplying the points for UVA. And up next, it's third-ranked Trent Hidley, unbeaten on the season against Christian Kinsey, who's from North Carolina. He's from Havelock, North Carolina. And he's got an 11-3 record. Looking forward to this one.
Yeah, this should be a lot of fireworks in this match. Trent Hidley never has a boring match.
How about that shirt? Well, while we're showing the shirt, Hiley went to his patented. He's going to start off the whistle with a shove, and it came just a hair early.
Waste no time getting to that collar tie and just heavy hands right off the whistle here.
Kenzie lost by decision to Virginia Tech's Andy Smith last week. 6-year guy, started his college career in 2018. Hiley the same. Dominant tech fall over a ranked wrestler. Again, he's almost averaging a tech fall in duels this year.
And here's where Hiley just gets that underhook and starts applying pressure. And after, you know, sometimes only 30 seconds, but after a match at this pressure, just wears guys down.
He gets to the underhook. They put out a video showing it on Tariq Wilson about this is how the underhook goes, and nobody can really defend it, it seems.
Seems like that, yeah.
What makes it so successful?
So, you know, I think it's, like I was saying, it's just that constant pressure.
Okay.
You know, first time, sometimes you'll see a guy defend just like that. Second time, might not defend so well, and just after that constant, you know, grind of just wearing down the guy's back and neck and everything, eventually the takedowns come.
Hiley moving up to 197. Clearly unbeaten. That hasn't been an issue. You knew strength wouldn't be an issue. And his conditioning is really what allows him to go at this pace for 7 minutes or more. Free shot. Well defended by Kenzie. Christian Kenzie, kind of an overlooked guy. He didn't win a state championship in high school in North Carolina, and Coach Garland said, you know, it's that classic story. I was there to look at the guy he was wrestling, and he beat him as Hiley scores the first takedown. And when he got the win, he said, I got to talk to this guy. I got to find out about Christian Kenzie. And he said he's just gotten better and better and grown, obviously, now as a veteran. Get his master's in higher education at UVA, and this has been his best year. And he has just gotten more polished and is really wrestling at a high level. He gives up the takedown here to Hiley. This will be probably his toughest match of the season.
Yeah, he's looking great so far. 2 minutes into this match, he's been able to hold his position really strongly, and you know, took Trent a lot longer to take him down than many guys.
Kenzie with the quick escape. Still 30 seconds.
Higley right back to that underhook and ankle pick. That was slick. And that's what gets overlooked by some fans, is you see Kenzie get the escape and Trent right back on him. Doesn't give him any time to breathe. Right back to that underhook and looking for his own offense.
Couple takedowns in the first for Trent Hiley. You're worried about up top, and all of a sudden, there comes the left hand, ankle pick. He wasn't 100%. You would have known it in the tech fall last week, but he was not 100%. And so they were able to rest him a little bit. Not a big back issue or anything, but just something that he wasn't feeling his best. But then the lights are on and the popcorn's popping, and he is at his best. And we get the 1-point escape here to make it 6-2. And Coach Popolizio was telling us that, let's see if Hidley finishes here. Not yet. Now he does. Saying that even coming into this match, you know, he didn't have to practice as much and able to just kind of, it's not really a cut for him at 197. It just makes things easier. I know you went up a weight class in your career. How did that help you?
Yeah, certainly just in terms of the weight cut, having to not beat up your body so much those last couple days coming up to the match. And then just psychologically for a lot of guys, you know, allows you to focus on your wrestling, focus on getting stronger in the weight room. So it's freeing for a lot of guys to move up a weight class and have one less thing to worry about.
Stall warning to Kinsey.
And this is the point in the match when you can tell Kinsey is getting worn down from those underhooks and that just constant pressure.
And a stall point tacked on. Ride time at 140 currently.
Kinsey just hanging on to that.
And the late takedown with under 5 seconds left. Boy, Hidley was juggling so much there. You got to keep your foot in.
Yeah, great mat awareness. You know, something they practice in the wrestling room is getting to the edge of a circle and being aware of where you are on the mat.
Keep your foot in. You got to work your way up somehow, too, for a guy that's trying to be right there on the edge. He's got another takedown. He's going to go from neutral here, look for his 6th takedown of this bout.
Nice misdirection attempt by Kinsey there.
And he's been feeling this pressure right here from the underhook like you've been talking about, but he has looked for a few shots himself.
He has, yeah.
Hidley just has, I mean, he's
just
kind of unbothered and just gets right back to his offense, doesn't he?
And Trent's got so many different attacks from that underhook. It's hard to tell what's coming.
Ankle pick again, and Kinsey hits. I've seen that move now. Another stall point. Hidley's thinking about a takedown and a tech.
See Trent trying to work behind those legs there, and Kinsey doing a good job controlling this this wizard here. Putting a lot of pressure on Trent's right shoulder.
Hidley wins it by major decision. His 19th win of the season. 5 takedowns, awfully impressive.
Very impressive. Yep, super high pace, and just did not let Kinsey slow him down.
So NC State with more bonus points supplied by Trent Hidley. And a 14-3 team lead. Up next, Katka and Treffin after intermission. Reynolds Coliseum with Pete Rendom, Andrew Sanders, 14-3. NC State in front through 5. Coming up next couple of weeks on Friday Night Duels on ACC Network. Virginia hosting North Carolina. That's 8:30 next Friday. And then, and this is a can't-miss duel every year, NC State and Virginia Tech. And that one likely going to decide the regular season. So UVA has Carolina up next for NC State. It's a top 10 matchup against Cornell. You don't want to miss it. It'll be right here on ACC Network. Extra 19 ranked wrestlers. I mean, what more can you say?
Pretty impressive.
Yeah. And Arujau, the reigning national champion at 133 against Kai Orini, who's the reigning ACC champ. And an All-American for NC State. And then top 10 for Hidley against Cardenas as well. A couple of key bouts to keep an eye on in that one. All right, recapping so far. 4 of these going to NC State. McCoy taking care of his business at 174. What stood out to you through the first 5, Pete?
Yeah, well, that match we just saw was, I think, really impressive showing by Kinsey. First match at 97. And, of course, Justin McCoy getting it done for the Who's at 174. Just a solid win over Faison.
At heavyweight, Owen Treffin for NC State on a special night for him against Ryan Katka. Couple years at Navy, now into the ACC, coming off a loss to his older brother Hunter last week. Treffin won via tech fall over Adam Honus. We're talking about brothers, right? Trent Hidley, Hayden Hidley. Talking about twins earlier as well. Do you have any brothers, Pete?
I don't. I was not fortunate enough to have a brother to wrestle with.
I will say is I wasn't sure if you had a take on the older brother, younger brother dynamic.
Yeah, I mean, I think you see so many of them in wrestling.
Yeah. To go up against your brother, and that's obviously bragging rights, right? For all time.
Yeah.
But watching that match, I mean, it was razor thin. And, I mean, Ryan was right there in an 8-4 decision in the end. Hunter got some late points there. But Treffin getting some early points here in the first period. Reigning ACC champ. And we've teased it a couple times. It is Military Appreciation Night. Again, he is in ROTC. And he'll be getting sworn in at the conclusion of this one. Not this bout, but the duel tonight. Katka transferring from Navy. He wanted to go there right away. Virginia wasn't really on his radar coming out of high school, and probably wasn't in the beginning of when he jumped into the portal. But Coach Garland, you know, small worlds, knew a family friend, reached out and said, hey, give Virginia a look, give him a shot. And like we were talking about earlier, you talk to Coach Garland for a little bit, you say, okay, you know, and obviously Virginia has a lot to sell as well, tremendous academics. And
yeah, certainly with the wrestling community, such a tight-knit community that you definitely don't want to burn any bridges. And a lot of times things like this work out where, you know, might not work out at the first school, and you know, who knows what's down the line.
So Katka finds his way to Charlottesville. Nine and 1 in duels this year, again with that lone loss last week. And it's a good test for him, right? Going up against the ACC champ. See, Treffin was a big-time recruit coming in. Now he's got some experience. He's had that success. What do you think is the next step for him?
Yeah, I mean, he's ranked 15th in the country right now. You know, he's definitely looking to be an All-American this year, and I think he's got a good shot at it.
It's a tremendous accomplishment. It's one you were able to achieve. But also, I mean, you like many wrestlers, right? You take losses in the national tournament. What did you feel like was the difference the year for you that you broke through versus years that you came up a little short?
Yeah, you got to be ready to wrestle that weekend. Like Pat talked about in his interview this week, looking to peak for that 1 weekend in March is really what it all comes down to. So,
how about the action here for the big fellas?
Not wrestling like heavyweights.
Showing some great athleticism. Treffin ranked as high as 12th by NWCA poll.
Nice fake and reshot there by Treffin. He's got the leg.
Whoa! Look out! Treffin followed it.
Yeah, that was nice.
We're talking about the athleticism here.
Really impressive. Impressive as if a 125-pounder did that, but even more so at heavyweight.
I'm awfully impressed with just the attempt, but also, I mean, you can't be expecting this, right? And then Treffin sticks with him. He's got that left ankle still.
Yeah, that was a really impressive way to follow that little backflip attempt by Katka. Katka working up in this quad pod position, looking for hand control.
And he gets the reversal.
2-point reversal.
And trailing here, he knows he's got to cut him. And in doing so, I'd like to see him hold just a couple seconds longer, right? Right time's at 1:03.
Yeah, that's again where that mat awareness, that match awareness comes into play, knowing and being able to hopefully listen to your coaches in that moment.
So it's 8-point right now, major territory. But hey, I get it on the other side too. You're thinking, look, I'm going to need multiple takedowns. I don't want to waste any time.
Yeah,
like
certainly.
let me get right to it.
Yep. The number of attacks in this match have been really impressive, coming from two heavyweights, two very agile heavyweights. A lot of times you'll see some of these upper weights pace slow down a little bit, but certainly not in this match.
This is what we were hoping for when we go from 2 to 3, right? You wanted to see a little more action. It hasn't necessarily led to that, but these guys have been putting on a show. Handshake, a lot of respect from those guys. Hey, best bout of the night we've seen so far, yeah?
Yeah, super exciting match, high scoring. Yeah, great win for Treffen.
And on the scoreboard, you know, it's going to go down as a major, right? And so it looks like it wasn't close, or as close as it was, right? That's sometimes what the 3 points can do, where, again, it wasn't the closest one we've seen tonight, but that was awesome.
Yeah.
It is Jacob Camacho for NC State going up against Kyle Monteperto. We didn't know if we'd see Camacho or Trombley. It's been Trombley the last 3 duels. Camacho back in the starting lineup. Again, the 2-time ACC champ. They wanted to give him a couple weeks break. Step away, really focus on his training. I say step away, right? It's not like he hasn't been training nonstop, which he has, but we haven't seen him in duels. Felt like that time could be really beneficial for him going forward. Coach Pop telling us that when he is on and wrestling at his best, that there's no doubt in my mind he can win a national championship.
Yeah, and that's the thing with the NCAA wrestling season. It is a long, grueling season. So, you know, sometimes the best thing for these wrestlers is just a couple weeks off the competition and just let them focus in on their training.
We're talking about the depth for NC State, and it is, you know, up and down the lineup at each weight class, but sometimes within the same weight class. What a luxury it is. Monteperto trying to set the tone here. Coming off that break. It's a big stage for Camacho.
Yeah, definitely.
I think everybody intrigued to see, how does he wrestle tonight?
Yeah, those are the things, you know, wrestlers want to control is, do they focus on what the fans are expecting, or do they just focus on wrestling the best match that they can? And, you know, I'm sure Pat is telling him to just go out there and do his thing and wrestle to his ability.
And we have, boy, Monteperto looking at that right knee. And goodness, for a Virginia team that's had so many injuries. Trying to check the stability of that knee. Remember, Cedeno at 157 suffered a knee injury just last week. He's out. He's going to stay in, just flexing that knee right now. And the sophomore from the state of North Carolina, back in his home state from Charlotte. He's tough. He's going to stay in.
Camacho not satisfied with the escape, and great job getting on top there momentarily.
UVA wanted 3 there. All right, from here, what are you trying to do?
Yeah, so Camacho's picking a side. He's picking that right side, and he's going to start trying to turn and pivot into Monteperto. And I was trying to clear that leg right over his head. If you can push that ankle down.
So step one is just, it doesn't matter, just pick a side.
Pick a side, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Monteperto really had a nice match with 6th-ranked Cooper Flynn last week. 4 state titles at Central Academy High School. He was a top 50 recruit in Flow Wrestling.
Virginia.
30 seconds here in the first period, and this is where Camacho or Monteperto want to start thinking about ending the period on top. So another drill we do in the wrestling room when I was in college was 20-second or 30-second drill, and it's always nice to finish the period being the last score.
A lot of activity in the first period. Camacho with a takedown. We'll take another look. And so often we see these are going to be decided by late takedowns.
Yeah.
Late time in the period.
Yeah, and that's why it's so crucial to strike when the opportunity is there. A lot of guys ease up those last 15 to 20 seconds, and that's a lot of times you might get your once in the match opportunity those last 5-10 seconds.
Can't relax, not even a little bit. But it's hard not to look at the clock. It's okay. If I just get 10 more seconds, right? I'm through this period.
Right.
Yeah. So far, so good for Camacho.
Nice work by Camacho there, stringing a couple moves together. You could see the first front headlock didn't work. He took another attempt on his feet, and then finally, that second time he's back, found himself in that front headlock, was able to capitalize on that.
Going after that right leg again. Again, you don't know how much that's bothering Monteperto right now. It's all warning.
Reach single from Camacho there, and you can see kind of at the same time, right towards the end of the second period, same time as in Trent Hidley's match, where that pace just starts wearing on guys. So that first period, things might seem a little slower, and eventually that catches up with guys.
Well, a good first period, and then Camacho dynamite in period number 2. If you're NC State and the coaching staff, this is what you were hoping to see.
Yeah, certainly.
Cavaliers.
Camacho doing a really good job of keeping the pressure high, but not getting too anxious, not getting too ahead of himself, and giving up something silly here. So great job staying on Monte Perto.
And potentially dangerous there, stopping the action. And again, Camacho will just let him up. There's the escape. Looking for one more takedown.
Camacho looking to elevate that leg now. Trying to get that angle off the mat and work across the body.
Welcome back, Jacob Camacho at Tech Fall. Nice win at 125, adding to the Wolfpack lead. The big guy showed some quickness and athleticism too. Treffin also a win. We've been looking forward to 133 all night. It's coming up next. (23-3) NC State out in front. And 133 again, one of our key bouts. Andrew Sanders here with Pete Renda. It'll be Kai Orini and Marlon Yarborough. Both of them exciting wrestlers. You got the reigning ACC champ against Yarborough, who just beat Latona of Virginia Tech. He's been scoring a lot of bonus point wins, and this is a chance for him to make a statement.
Yeah, certainly. He's coming in here with a lot of confidence, a lot of momentum. But Kai Orini, too, just coming off a big Tech fall over UNC and has looked just lights out this season.
Orini into the top 5. Again, he's going to have a matchup with the reigning national champ next week, but Yarborough, the junior, got the major over Latona.
Little knee pick to a cartwheel. Wow.
Oh, watch out. And just like against Latona, not quite as quickly, but he gets an early takedown, get that momentum rolling.
Yeah, he's certainly not waiting to go for anything in this match. I love seeing guys come out and just let it all out on the line 30 seconds into the match here.
Yarborough in his sophomore season, he got a win at ACCs. It was over Jace Palmer of Carolina. That's who Orini beat by Tech Fall last week. Just out. Gonna see some fireworks in this one?
Yeah, 1 minute in, and we've already seen quite a bit of action here. Kai Orini going double overhooks. Yarborough in on that leg, and now to the body lock. Close to a takedown here. Oh!
Yeah, and Coach Garland, I just looked up because it was really close to a takedown. UVA, they've thrown the brick. Have to challenge here that Yarborough had the 3.
It was definitely close, and I don't know what Kai Orini did there to to take that momentum through, but that was really impressive.
Okay. We'll look at it. We'll look at it. Yeah, we'll look at it.
Next is a timeout of sorts, right? So
Yep.
NC State staff talking to Arini about what they've seen so far. Same thing on the other side.
To about 125.
Saying, hey, if it's a takedown, then it's not a takedown for Arini, right? It's a reversal instead.
That's why he was able to do what he
So
did.
right here,
Wasn't controlled.
see very clearly what the call on the mat is, right? No takedown, no takedown, not there now.
Okay, can you go back to 130?
It's going to be interesting to see how they call this one. There's a number of new rule changes in play here. They took away the immediate no reaction time on our feet for neutral. So now you do have an instant to pull your hand up. So I think that's why they initially didn't call the takedown there for Yarborough.
No. Been seeing online the last couple of weeks, you know, there's various videos, and it's certainly tough on the officials, right, to determine, all right, reaction time, what is or what is not a takedown.
Yeah, I think anytime that there's too much subjectivity in there, it makes it tough for the officials, and it also makes it tough for the fans.
Sure.
You know,
and for the wrestlers too,
and
right?
the wrestlers,
Because you're in
yeah.
a position thinking, I should have a takedown, and what did I not get one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I asked Coach Pop about it, and he said, you know, I'd like to make it pretty simple. Let's just get rid of reaction time. You know, we should know what a takedown is, and just make it a little simpler.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And Coach Garland as well. Of course, in modern wrestling, like there's so much scrambling and just great. I mean, great wrestling, right? And just kind of the evolution of the sport, and it can lead to just some really funky situations, right?
Yeah, yep. And you know, you hope the refs get it right most of the time. And you know, a famous line every coach will tell you is, don't leave it up to the refs' hands. You know, don't let it up to their calls on whether or not this is a takedown for Yarborough. Just go out there and get the job done decisively.
We're taking a long look at it. And again, challenging that there was a takedown initially for Yarborough, and then, of course, subsequently, does Arini have a takedown of his own, or is it a reversal off of the Yarborough takedown? And of course, both wrestlers, I mean, they want to get back to it, right? This is a lengthy delay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, you're good. Okay, let's go. Get set. Set. Okay, come on. Still red. Still red.
Yarborough doing a great job getting Kai on his back here.
Yeah, a couple times.
Yarborough is really using his length to his advantage here. Getting in some really scrambly positions.
Yeah, so we're told that inconclusive on that review is what they determined there. Not enough to change the call on the mat, which was no takedown.
Both wrestlers improve here. Both wrestlers improve here.
This is where Kai's been really dangerous this season, is getting on top, applying a lot of forward pressure and getting to that tight waist and looking for those tilts. Cross-wrist tilt like he's working for now.
I remember talking to Hayden Hiley once about it. You know, when you're a successful wrestler, right, you're going to be on top a lot. But how can the next evolution of that? The next step is, all right, how can I score more points off of that and not have to cut and get back to it. Is that something that you added to your game?
Yeah, definitely.
As you
I
went
think,
on and got a little more experience?
You know, you're always looking to add something new to your game,
Sure.
right? So if you're really solid on your feet, can you get better on bottom? Can you get better on top? So it's a natural position, like you said. You're in that position quite a bit. You don't want to have to just sacrifice that opportunity to look for those turns.
That's a perfect example right there. Yarborough certainly is really close to a takedown, right?
Yeah.
Certainly the Virginia bench wanted it. And now O'Reilly is in a position. He might be able to finish it.
This looks deep.
We told you we'd see fireworks in this match. I don't know if we saw that coming, but O'Reilly, the best face in wrestling.
The patented celebration right there.
Just after Yarborough thought he had a takedown, what happened here, Pete?
Yeah, he just slid off. He had his leg in on the left side, and it just got a little too low there, and Kai capitalized.
We have both guys throughout that match in some dangerous positions, right? And O'Reilly catches Yarborough there.
Yeah, got to give props to Yarborough. He was definitely not shying away from anything out there, and he put it on the line for sure.
We have seen some excellent wrestling tonight, and it looks to continue. Jack against Joffrey. Just 3 straight bonus point victories for Joffrey as he followed up Yarborough's strong performance last week with a tech fall over Hunter Mason to cap off the duel against Virginia Tech. And Ryan Jack, of course, this is really the strength in a lineup that is strong all the way through, right? When you've got Camacho wrestling the way he was, right? When he was ranked #1 earlier this year, we saw him come out and get a multitude of takedowns, and then O'Reilly with the pin, and now here comes Jack ranked 4th. I mean, these lightweight guys are about as good as it gets in the country.
Yeah, this is, I mean, really fun to watch these lightweights, and they all get after it. They don't wrestle close matches, so super fun for the fans.
Jack Joffrey from Clovis, California, 14-4 on the year. Again, 3 straight bonus points.
Okay, keep your hands up, guys. Okay. Hey, both guys, keep your hands up, okay? All right, here goes.
Like Yarborough, big-time recruit. This is a weight class, kind of like 174. It's a deep weight class in the ACC. Jack will be looking to win an ACC championship, get back to the NCAAs for the 3rd time this season.
Let's go. Work through this, gentlemen.
See that beautiful reaction to that shot by Jack, and looking for the pin.
You know who loved that on the NC State bench was Trent Heidley. It wasn't a raise the roof, but he had a big fist pump after seeing that move from Ryan Jack.
Yeah, that was just so slick, and something you'll see from Ryan Jack a lot is when he's flowing like that, he can just react on a dime, and it's really fun to watch, just that flow and just relaxed movement out there.
Talking about brothers, right? We might see Jack Joffrey's twin Michael at 149, still to be decided. It's he or Eric Rogie. And speaking of brothers, you were teammates, right, with Ryan's brother?
Correct. Yep.
Oh.
Yep. Kevin and I were teammates and roommates.
Oh, and roommates.
And roommates.
And they were roommates. What do you see similarities between the two bros?
A lot.
Okay.
Yeah, just the motion on the feet, the attacks. They both like those low shots, low ankle shots. Both really poised wrestlers too. You'll see Jack in close matches can really keep things under control, and he's a gamer. When it comes down to the wire, he's going to win that match.
Guys, get out of it. Get out of it.
So the big move in the first period, 7 points off the takedown and the back points. And now if you're Joffrey, right, it's a big deficit. It's kind of what we were talking about with it being 3 points now for a takedown. There's a lot of time left. And you're not thinking here, all right, I might need 4 takedowns. It's not like that, right? One move, you get right back into it.
Yep, takedown to back points could put him right back in the lead.
Green choice. Green choice. Down. Okay, green.
Jack ranked number 4 by Intermat, Flow Wrestling, and in WCA. Finished second at Cliff Keen this year.
Okay, come on. No, stop. It's easy. Come on.
Good call by the ref there, keeping these wrestlers safe.
Easy, easy, easy. Yep.
Coming up on the end of the season.
It's tough when you're in those positions and you're kind of in an awkward position. You're thinking, all right, there should be a whistle here, and it doesn't come, or maybe it comes a split second later than you thought it would.
You can't move.
Yeah, I think that's when you got to have some match awareness.
Yeah.
Jack's up 7-1, and could he give up an escape if it came down to it to save his knee? I think so.
1, 2.
This is another position where Ryan's really solid, just like his brother on top here, using that length to get a tight waist, and just as I say that, you get an escape.
There's Kevin, left side of your screen. Pretty cool to be able to coach your younger brother. I will say, as the oldest of 4 brothers, like whether you're on a staff or not, you're going to coach your younger brothers in everything anyways. That's just part of it.
Came out of bounds. They came out.
They might not take your advice sometimes, but you're going to give it. That's part of your job.
Okay, good hold.
He's got some good advice coming from Kevin.
Okay, good starting position. Set. Okay, top man, cover legal.
Jack stepping on that toe, trying to get Joffrey back to the mat here.
Well, peek at the clock. Yeah, only 3 seconds left. Again, Joffrey's been wrestling great coming into this one tonight.
What do you want?
Even
Down?
more so impressive from
Down.
Jack
Okay, right chooses
in
down,
control
third
through
period.
2 periods.
Okay, hold for me. Set. Come on, cover.
But as we saw earlier, matches can swing. Chance to see
Still
Joffrey on
green.
top here.
Still green. Still green. Still green. Still green. Still green. Right here across the back. Still green. Out. Here we go. What's up? Let's go.
Correction.
What's up?
1 point escape, NC State.
See Jack with those real subtle fakes, really keeps his opponent guessing. Stringing a couple attacks together and looking to come out the back door here. He wants to get that right foot on the mat, sole of that shoe on the mat, and start turning into Geoffrey here.
Here we go, guys. Hey guys,
Move back to center here on the stalemate. Yeah, we might see Michael Geoffrey. It might be Eric Rogie next, but twins on the roster. Of course, the assistants, the Paulsons, also twins. Coach Garland has a twin brother.
Keep wrestling here. Improve.
Jack looking to step and turk that leg. Trying to get that right leg as straight as he can.
No, they came out. Action. Easy, guys. Easy, 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 easy.
Geoffrey getting a couple more instructions from Coach Garland.
Stop. 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 Both guys. Stop. Both guys.
And Geoffrey kept wrestling after the whistle. Jack took exception to that, and then there wasn't a lot of force to it, but a little headbutt just to let you know I'm there.
That's the right way. You got it?
And
Both guys,
gonna
you got
award
it?
Jack another point, and now both guys going to get a little talking to here. And the little swipe there from Geoffrey leads to another point, and now
The next one, he's disqualified.
Coach Garland going to step in.
Next week, you have to stop. It's his first one.
Stall warning to Jack. And a flurry at the finish there. Ryan Jack, major decision. And NC State, really, 125, 133, 141, awfully impressive.
Yeah, very impressive, and you know, like to see Jack really run up the score there.
Kyorini with the pin. Jack, a major. Jackson Arrington on his way when we return. Welcome back to Raleigh. One more match to go. It's 149 pounds. And a surprise for UVA, it's Kyron Butler, who's typically been at 141. He bumps up tonight against Jackson Arrington. So again, for a Virginia team that's had its injuries, kind of having to get creative sometimes with the lineup. We've seen guys move down, moving up, and it's Butler who gets the shot here at Arrington. And you see, he's pumped up. Look, anytime you take the mat, right, you got thousands of people here, an opportunity to go against the top 5 guy. I mean,
yeah,
this is exciting.
Definitely can't take that for granted.
Yeah, Butler 11-6 on the year. 1-0 in duels. So just his second of this season. And here's third-ranked Jackson Arrington. Coach Papalizio is saying that Arrington has been just really impressively consistent. Which, as a coach, of course, that's what you're looking for. Hey, as a wrestler, you're looking for that. You're hoping that you can be consistent. He's been that.
Yeah, Arrington is one of my favorite guys on the team to wrestle. He's just got such a versatile attack, and like you said, consistent. You know, he never never has any sloppy matches and just gets the job done.
He's also a PA guy. I know you are also, as well. And he won 3 state titles in Pennsylvania. And that doesn't really happen.
Not a whole lot.
Not too often. What does that mean to win a state title as a Pennsylvania guy?
Yeah, I mean, one is if you're winning PA states, you're probably one of the best guys in the country. So to do that starting sophomore year, you know, he's one of the top guys in the country as a sophomore. So
I mean, when you're coming up and you're wrestling, I mean, you can only dream of winning a PA state title.
Right. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. We wrestle in the Hershey Arena, and it's a big deal. We get a couple thousand fans just like these matches, and you know, to win one of those matches once, I was thrilled.
Yeah. 4 points for Arrington. Ride time over a minute. How does that compare to accomplishments in college? ACC champ, All-American.
Yeah, I mean, of course, the higher levels you go, the more, I guess, more exciting it is.
Yeah,
You're wrestling higher level competition, so I would say NCAAs is what kids dream of since they start wrestling. So, you know, Hershey is fun, but once you get to college, you kind of forget about that and start thinking about ACCs and NCAAs.
Well, Arrington got there at this weight class last year and now in the top 3. You mentioned if you're in the top 15, you're thinking, all right, All-American. If you're in the top 5, you're thinking, this could be my year.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm sure he knows every guy that's ranked ahead of him right now, and he's got got his sights set on all those guys.
Green, stall warning, green.
Stall warning to green.
Short. That arm legal. Keep it legal here. Easy.
Big first period. Arrington
How about green? Red's gonna go
on
down.
top for over 2 minutes of the first.
Wait for me, green. Bottom man set. Okay, top man, cover legal. Green.
Butler, caution
Don't roll.
here.
Okay, you got to get a knee out to a side. Okay. Okay, not both behind. Set here. Okay, top man.
Arrington up to his feet quickly. And that quad pod again. We see a lot of guys go into that quad pod stand up.
One.
Is that something you utilize or coached?
It is, yeah. It's something, you know, over the years you start to, I think most wrestlers start to add that to their arsenal. But there's 2 different ways to escape, and one's like a quick explosive escape off the whistle, and then a lot of guys also look to do that quad pod.
More swipes for Arrington here.
Still saying.
Hasn't released that hold yet. And now the 4 awarded. So we've seen 2 4-point near falls, and it's a tech fall finish for Arrington. Couple of big moves. We saw some of the big stars for NC State really shine tonight.
Yeah, those last 5 matches were the lightweights was super fun.
38-3, the final. McCoy gets the win at 174 for Virginia. But NC State at the upper weights get the bonus points from Ed Scott and from Trent Hidley. And then O'Reilly really with the highlight pin, but bonus points all around at the lower weights. And so as these guys again get dialed in, that's what we started the match talking about, Pete. A lot to feel good about, I would think.
Yeah, no, I think Pat's very happy with the outcome of that match, and something I've heard him say this year is we really want our guys to go out there and wrestle and really kind of open it up, and I think everyone really did that tonight.
Yeah. 38-3, NC State victorious again here inside Reynolds Coliseum for our fantastic crew here in Raleigh. My partner Pete Renda making his debut. Good job tonight.
Yeah.
I'm Andrew Sanders saying good night. NC State wins it over Virginia.